This episode is brought to you by Evetech. Great service, great technology, and great value. Go to evetech.co.za for these fantastic offers.
What's up guys, it's your boy GeeMax, and this is my second video for Evetech, and in this one I had a little ASUS notebook to go and review, test out, play around with. And the notebook in question was an ASUS FX553VD, which is the product code if you're looking for it. But in summary, well, that's actually it back there. But in summary, it's got the latest Intel Core i7 7700HQ with 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM, a 1TB hard drive, as well as a GTX 1050, which, if you think about all of those together, makes for quite a mean, powerful notebook, especially the fact that it's a notebook. Those are kind of things that you wouldn't find in some people's average gaming PCs. So for me, it was pretty exciting. I've never really played around much with the notebook. I've always sort of looked at them, but they were never something that I've considered in my life. So without complicating things, I'm just going to run through a couple of things that I found great about the notebook and a couple of things that I would change out. And to start things off, the fact that this thing comes with a 1TB hard drive is great. However, it's a standard hard drive. It's not an SSD. And when you've got all of these other high-speed components in such a system, it's really bottlenecked by that slow hard drive. So straight off the bat, I mean, using it for gaming, loading up into maps, just loading the games in general, trying to do any kind of multitasking that required any kind of strain on the I/O on the hard drive, just slowed the entire process down. And that's not because of the CPU or the RAM. That's only because of the hard drive in question. So I would personally, through Evetech's upgrade options, rather go for one that has an SSD on board, and you can still maintain your warranty on that through Evetech. So just a quick one on this specific model, that hard drive really frustrated me. But beyond that, it enabled me to play the 3 games that I put on it, which was Dota 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and I put the new Prey on. Now, it didn't run everything on Ultra, and it didn't run everything on High, but on medium to high graphics, you could attain enough FPS to really make use of this laptop. I mean, you are limited by 60 Hz refresh rate on the monitor, so anything above that 60 FPS is great. So dropping down things, I didn't require anti-aliasing and those texture smoothing options because you are playing on a 15-inch display. So that 1080p resolution really does look great on such a small display. You don't really need AA and AF, and those things utilize the graphics card. So you drop those off and you found a couple of extra FPS. In my tests of it, I didn't really get to test out all the battery features and how long I could play games. However, it did give me a good solid hour and a bit playing in the locations that I took it, and it did perform pretty well on the battery power. I mean, if I did drop down the brightness and things like that, you'd probably get a lot more time. However, I wanted that immersive gaming experience, so I just kept everything full brightness and played it like that. Coming into how it operates on power, sort of when it's plugged into the wall, it does act a little bit better. I found that on battery, it was a little bit more temperamental. However, when it's plugged into a wall socket, it really performs pretty well. The only bottleneck still being that slower hard drive, not being an SSD. Then, just in terms of the styling of it, it does come with a lovely backlit keyboard, and it's got the red ASUS Republic of Gamers backlit sort of theme going on, as well as nice red styling on the outside and by the key area. So I like the styling of it. It's aggressive. It suits, as you can see, I like black and red. This notebook suited that styling to the T, and I loved having it in my hands and being able to take it out. I've got a couple of funny looks playing in the places that I took it. I did go to a bar, not to a wellness center, so it was kind of raised a couple of eyebrows. But that's what it's about. It is a mobile gaming option. I mean, I didn't go out and test its Excel capabilities because I'm sure that with that style of i7 and RAM, which is 8 gigs of DDR4, that it would handle any kind of multitasking in a spreadsheet environment just fine. Still, once again, maybe limited by the hard drive side. But Beyond that, I think that this ASUS notebook is something that I would recommend to my friends. I would recommend it to myself if I had that money to spend. You can grab links and stuff down in the description, because I don't have them on a little placard to show you.